All right, y'all. Got my work shirt on. I've been out working all day today, but I want to go ahead and get the second part of our Buckeye Skips drag and drive event uploaded to the tubes. That way you guys can all check it out. But unfortunately, we leaving off from the very first video, we were having some problems with the rear end on my truck. It was starting to make some noise. And with the rush of trying to get everything done, I just really didn't take a lot of video footage or pictures. So bear with me on this one. There is going to be some talking through this one where I'll kind of lead you guys up to our last day at Buckeye Skips. But if you remember from the last video, we had made a couple hits in the Pro Street Blazer at National Trails Raceway on day one. Amber had made a couple hits and it was flying. She was doing great. So everything was going good until it wasn't. We got up day two of Buckeye Skips early in the morning and started to see what we could find out about our rear end issue in the Pro Street truck before we attempted our drive to almost Cleveland and then back to Dragway 42. And what I had found was the rear U-joint was literally falling apart. So I had contacted Mark over at A1 Auto in Buckeye Lake, and he told me to bring the drive shaft over, and if they had a U-joint there, he would get one smacked in for us. So I made it over to A1 at 8 a.m. in the morning, and lo and behold, Mark always has everything. But as our luck was going, he didn't have one. So we got a hold of Super Duty Truck Parts in Newark, and I was able to run the drive shaft over to them. They took care of me really quick. I would say within 30 minutes I was in and out. They got me a new U-joint in there, greased the thing all up, and I was on my way back over to Trails to get this thing put in. So we got all packed up, and again, still kind of frazzled from the morning, but we made it to On3 Performance in Sunbury for our very first checkpoint. And once we left from there, we had about a 70-mile hike on 71 North, and that's kind of where things started going south for us. If you remember the day prior, I was having some problems with my fuel pump overheating, and lo and behold, with the thousands of miles that we put on Amber's Blazer and the drag and drive events that we've went on, we've never had an issue with it. But then hers started acting up. We would drive about every 10 miles or so, and the fuel pump would cut out and leave us stranded on the side of the road. So we got really good at packing some sandwich baggies full of ice and packing them around her fuel pump and getting back on the road quickly as we were on our way to Dragway 42.
Together we chase speed, in the shop we scheme and grin. Kids on the bench, the camera loves the grin within. We bold, garage, hot fueled by grit and coal. Dragging dreams through the city where the street lights on every Yukon page. We're racing hearts, not just gears. We make do with what we have to make memories.
Once we finally got on the road, this is the stretch of 71 that Amber's fuel pump overheated for the very first time. We were able to get it cooled down, jumped off of the freeway, and started taking some back roads. We thought everything was going good until we ended up on the side of the road again very shortly. We kept having problems with this, but there was nothing that we could do at this point in time other than just try to get our checkpoints and then get to Dragway 42. I will admit, our time on the side of the road landed us in some pretty cool spots, including this spot right in front of the Mansfield Correctional Facility. All right, guys, you're on a drag and drive and it's 197 degrees and your car's having problems and you've spent more time sitting on the side of the road than you have actually driving today. What do?
Go to the beer cave.
You go to your local gas station, find a beer cave. I don't know where in the hell we're at, but we're somewhere on 13, letting the fuel pump cool down, and this nice gentleman said, walk back in there and cool down a little bit inside that beer cave. And guys, it feels freaking delicious in here. So icy's up, freezing our shirts now, and we'll get back on the road here soon. We made it to our second checkpoint and then also made it to Dragway 42. Hunter made a very slow and easy pass as we were still having problems with the rear end. And Amber continued to make passes chasing her 1371 dial-in. Knowing that we needed a major rear end overhaul, Garrett Hall had brought us a complete hog head to replace the one in the Pro Street Blazer. Unfortunately, that one and one other one also did not work. So at 3 a.m., we gave up and started again the next day and putting our original rear end back in the truck. Get your head down underneath there again. Let it run on the back of your head. That'll pull you down. It's this fucking hot out here, guys. This is crazy. But goddamn it, we got that thing back together. And then Amber's finishing packing up the trailer, and then we're getting the hell out of here. Day 3, here we come. We were down, but we were not out. The rear end was in really bad shape in my truck, and Amber's fuel pump continued to overheat with the extreme temperatures outside. But we were on our way to Summit for the last checkpoint of the event, and then on our way to Coonley Motorsports Park to make the last passes and consider the event final. Then catastrophe hit. I had launched the belt off my truck and overheated the engine. We were almost an hour away from Coonley and running very short on time on getting there. Huge thank you to Dale, the district manager from the Ravenna O'Reilly location, for getting us back on the road. We pulled into Coonley Motorsports Park with literally 14 minutes until they shut down the staging lanes.
Cars to go down the track today. The right-hand side went through 3 rear ends getting here.
Junior Street champion. vehicle at any given time. And this 14-year-old kid just won his very first drag and drive. He is officially the Buckeye Skips 2026 Teen Street Champion. To see my wife and my son make the very last pass of the event together, knowing that those two vehicles were built by our hands, was one of the best feelings I've ever had. They both worked extremely hard to complete this event, and I'm so proud of both of them.
17:22 at 67 miles an hour. That is the final pair of cars. Congratulations on finishing. You have 15 minutes to turn in your time tickets. My watch says 6:05. The very
You treat me. Nice job, buddy.
I was very hard trying to treat you. I don't know if you heard.
There we go. The idea with this is you get young guys or girls drive around with their parents and get them down the track. You know as well as I do, once they hit that little taste, they're not leaving it. Get up here, Baby Shark. Oh, go on, Baby Shark. We had this Hunter Butcher's the real name. Awesome job, Hunter. Now, mind you, he's 14 years old. You're taller than him, too. Thank God he has tools. That kid's 14. Yeah. Yeah, 14.
Yeah, I would have not found.
It came from me. I was there when he was born.
Where's your birth certificate?
Actually, it's on my phone. He's got a full beard that most men at 30s, 40s, and 50s would love to have.
Down in the beauty section. We're talking up here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The Butchers have We Broke Garage. And I really think that's how I met you. I went on and seen his podcast, and then we started talking. He said, "Hey, that's Buckeye Skips." Next thing I know, it's a great friendship. I mean, I needed help with routes down by Columbus. Corey, I'm lost. Okay. By the way, my son's going to run the junior class. I go, oh, okay. Hey.
Well, yesterday the rear diff was really messed up. It was grinding the whole way here. Today our problem was we threw a belt off about an hour and 15 minutes away from here. And we put the new belt on. We had 18 minutes to spare when we got here.
Oh, wow.
Luckily that truck just go to the track, so that bought us some extra time.
John, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
They'll let you look at the trophies. I know. Yes, you did, actually. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
The new belt messed up the wiring for the fans.
Think you won, didn't you?
So we pushed that 5.3 to 245 degrees, I think was the max on the way here. And
Ads are still on it.
we were ready to blow it up. But all I needed to do was break the beams. And by God, that was going to happen. Amber, my stepmom, had a tow strap in her back seat.
Of course she did. Good mom.
Now wait though. They were the very last vehicles to go down the track. Thank you, baby girl. So they set it up because we had to make sure if they were going to oil it down, it was the last pair. So he got to run his stepmom side by side.
Yeah, she beat me ET-wise, but I treated her. I knew I wasn't going to beat her in the long run.
All right. Hey, it was awesome. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah, he'll be back next year. Maybe clean shaven, I don't know.
Yeah.
They'll look younger at least.
That was the conclusion of Buckeye Skips 2026. Hunter got his trophy, we got everything packed up, and set up camp for the night. The next morning, we loaded up and started our track home. However, the fun didn't stop. Day 4, Buckeye Skips. On our way home, we've got about a 3.5-hour drive. We're going to make a few checkpoint stops. Both trucks are hurt, but we're going to see if we can make it there. See you guys later. We stopped to fuel up, grab a quick bite to eat, and then we hit the freeway. About 45 minutes to an hour into our journey, Amber's fuel pump decided that it wanted to overheat and vapor lock again. She was able to safely pull off into a parking lot of a building that the business was not open for the day. So my fat body found some shade and took a nap. After my nap, we were able to get back on the road and seen some beautiful countryside in Ohio, including Berlin in Amish country. Everything was going great, well as to be expected with both vehicles. Amber's truck was running fine. The rear end in my truck was still extremely noisy. But we weren't too far from home, so we figured we were in the clear. And then this happened. Y'all, I seriously could not make this shit up. We were cruising right along on 62 when we came across an entire huge tree branch laying across the road. So we did the only thing that we could. We shut both trucks off, got out, and Hunter and I pulled the tree over to the side of the road. A gentleman that was parked back behind us happened to have a battery-powered Sawzall, so we cut the branches off of it, got it thrown up in the ditch so that we could attempt to move on. But then that's when the next problem struck. Once we got the tree branch cleared, we tried to start Amber's truck and it was vapor locked. We quickly threw an ice bag on the fuel pump just to get it out of the way and made it down to our next location, which is the Bridge of Dreams, where we decided to get out and spend a little bit of time with nature, swimming, and enjoying ourselves. Amber, you should turn around and wave. After all the hard work that these two put into this event this past week, during all the brutal temperatures, it was nice just to enjoy each other's company and relax a little bit. After you get done with a 4 million degree drag and drive, you come home and throw up the cheapest pool you could find at Walmart, freeze your body with fresh city water, and enjoy garage beers. We would like to give a big thank you to Derek Putnam at Sick the Mag for the article that he wrote on Hunter winning Buckeye Skips. Keep an eye out now that Hunter has won his first event. he is head over heels in getting back to Project Tomcat. So we'll have some videos coming up here shortly of starting to get that put together for next year. Thanks for watching all. Have a great night.